The baseball game is just about to start.
Anaheim Stadium, the home of the California Angels. It's the scene of the 1967 All-Star Game, and no place could be more ideal for baseball's dream game since this is the land of fantasy. Disneyland is nearby. There they go. The American League All-Stars take the field, and the huge capacity crowd comes alive. Dean Chance strolls to the mound to begin his warm-up tosses before 46,000 fans, most of whom remember him as one of their own Angel stars before he was traded last winter. Now the veteran right-hander ready to pitch. Chance delivers, and Lou Brock cracks a high one-hopper that Brooks Robinson leaps for and throws him out. Following an infield hit by Roberto Clemente, Chance checks the runner. Hank Aaron also grounds to Robinson, and Robbie takes a little skip to get in good position for the throw to second. Rod Carew leaps clear as Clemente slides in to break up a double play. They play for keeps in these All-Star games.
Hey, I'm down here on Front Row to find out what these fellows think about Bird Plus with clean conditioning. Grant, you're about to get shampooed. Oh, all right, now just gently lower him on back now. Woo! This is Pert Plus, man. It's got water-based conditioning. Whoa! The old kind, you couldn't hold someone upside down. Changing America one frat house at a time. Woo! Yeah! So, ladies, what do you think about Jake's hair? Does it look good?
It's clean. I love it.
I bet it's manageable, too.
Probably. That's Pert Plus with clean conditioning. Come on, let us wash your hair.
We can survive.
This is indeed a small miracle, a triumph over everyday arthritis pain, made possible by a remarkable medicine, Tylenol Arthritis Extended Relief. So effective even the newest arthritis prescription hasn't been proven to work better. And stomach safety no other brand of pain reliever can surpass. Miracle drug? Someone sure thinks so. Tylenol Arthritis. Take comfort in our strength.
Hi, I'm old school pitcher Ferguson Jenkins, and this is ESPN Classic.
Swing and a miss, strike three, he got it. Strike three, boy, is that fast slider working today.
Now that's old school.
This is ESPN Classic.
Marichal, a perennial All-Star, is ready to take on the American League's best once again. With one out, he faces Carew, who smashes the ball deep to left. Then Lou Brock pulls it down just short of the wall. Tony Oliva, Minnesota's outfielder who won the American League batting title in 1964 and 65, steps into the batter's box. Marichal whips a third strike past Oliva. The crowd in Anaheim's beautiful new $24 million stadium, completed only last year, is in a gay holiday mood. Richie Allen, who hit 40 homers last year, leads off the National League's second inning. Dean Chance now faces the dangerous Philly slugger. Allen takes the first pitch, wide of the plate. Chance is now working on Richie with the count 1-1. He fires a breaking pitch, but Allen connects solidly, and there it goes. It's way, way back. It's a home run. A 400-footer that sails into the bleachers in deep right center. Now, that pitch was in a perfect spot, low and outside, and it's a tribute to Allen's great strength that he could slam a pitch like that such a tremendous distance. It's the first run of the game. In the American League second, Juan Marichal faces Carl Yastrzemski with 2 out. And the Boston Star swings and misses on a fastball that breaks away from him. In the National League third, Clemente is up with 2 out. Dean Chance takes his time getting the sign. Then goes into his rotating swivel-type delivery to hurl the ball toward the plate. Clemente smashes away, but strikes out. He's the first National League strikeout victim as Chance completes his 3-inning stint with 3 hits allowed and the National League leading 1-0.
Now calling card calls cost as little as calls from home. Every day you're juggling a million different things. Work, family.
In the American League third, Bill Freehan watches a fastball whiz by for a called third strike. Joe Torre goes out to the mound to talk with Marichal while manager Hank Bauer of the American League gets ready to send Jim Fregosi of the Angels to the plate for Chance. Fregosi rips a single to center. It's the only hit off Marichal in the inning. He now has 10 consecutive scoreless innings at All-Star competition. In the 4th inning, the new American League pitcher is Jim McLaughlin, the spectacular Angel rookie who in June broke Dean Chance's club record with 36 consecutive scoreless innings. First man he'll face is Hank Aaron. Aaron hits the deep short and Fregosi dives for the ball. He makes a spectacular stop of the hard smash, but by the time Jim scrambles back to his feet again, it's too late to flag down the flying Aaron at first base, and Hank has a hit. Orlando Cepeda, the St. Louis slugger, steps to the plate. McLaughlin keeps his pitch down, and Cepeda smashes a grounder to Robinson, who fires to second base. Carew relays to first, and it's a double play, the first one of the game. Richie Allen tries to check his swing, but he's gone too far, and he's called out on strikes. Ferguson Jenkins, a rising young Cub star, is the next National League pitcher, with Tony Oliva the batter, and Coach Eddie Stanky yelling encouragement. The Minnesota star slaps the ball back at the mound, and Jenkins misses it as the grounder goes on through for a hit. Harmon Killebrew takes a third strike with a slider, nicking the outside corner. Oliva's on first base. Tony Conigliaro is at bat. And Coach Bill Rigney gives some signs. Conigliaro takes a big cut and misses, and Oliva, who broke with the pitch, is out stealing. In the National League fifth, Jim McLaughlin has 2 out when he faces Gene Alley. The Angel rookie uncoils with his smooth delivery, and Alley takes a third strike. McLaughlin thereby has completed 2 innings without a ball being hit out of the infield. Jenkins has 1 out in the American League fifth when Yastrzemski comes to the plate. Yastrzemski hits into center field. Hank Aaron comes racing in, trying for a shoestring catch at the sinking liner, but the ball gets away from him, and Yastrzemski goes into second with a double. Bauer sends Mickey Mantle to the plate as a pinch hitter, and the crowd gives the great Yankee star a standing ovation. It's the 15th All-Star appearance for Mantle, a 3-time most valuable player, Triple Crown batting champion in 1956, and holder of numerous World Series records. Jenkins fires a high fastball that Mantle misses. Mickey gets back in the batter's box. Jenkins looks around at second base where Yastrzemski represents the tying run. And then the lanky Cub hurler unwinds his 6'5" frame and fires a fastball. Mickey is caught looking at it for a third strike. It just got the outside corner of the plate. The fans were disappointed, but no more than Mantle was.
Hey, I'm down here on Front Row to find out what these fellows think about
Gary Peters, the Chicago White Sox star, is pitching in the 6th inning. Willie Mays comes out to pinch hit in his 18th All-Star appearance, and he, too, gets a big ovation. Wondrous Willie, a standout in many of these All-Star games, this time takes a third strike. Roberto Clemente, Pittsburgh's 3-time batting champion, is the next to face Gary Peters. Peters comes in with a low fastball, and Clemente also watches as it whistles by for a called third strike. It's the second strikeout for Clemente and the 11th of the game. In the American League 6th inning, Willie Mays goes to center field. Jenkins, who won 11 games the first half of the season for the Cubs, seems in peak form as he cuts loose with another pitch. And Fregosi fans reaching far out for a wide breaking pitch. Brooks Robinson loosens up for his turn. Jenkins calmly surveys him from the mound. Robinson gets set. Jenkins winds up and lets fly, and so does Robbie. He really rips into this pitch. There it goes. Back, back, back. It's in the bullpen for a home run. And Robbie goes into his home run trot that's so familiar to Baltimore fans when their Robinson boys are at bat. Frank, like Al Kaline of Detroit, missed this game because of an injury. The homer ties the score at 1-1, and Brooks gets a big welcome from his mates. Nevertheless, Fergie keeps pouring it on. And Rod Carew strikes out. Oliva steps up to hit as the crowd begins to take note of the rising strikeout total. Oliva also fans for Jenkins' 6th strikeout, equaling a record set originally by Carl Hubble. With 1 out in the 7th, Gary Peters is confronted by the middle of the National League batting order. He delivers to Cepeda, and the slugging Cardinal star takes a third strike. Richie Allen also fans, and Gary Peters has retired 6 in a row. The new National League pitcher is Bob Gibson, 20-game winner for the Cardinals the past 2 years. With 2 out, Carl Yastrzemski loops a single to center field. It's the second hit for the star outfielder of the Boston Red Sox. Bill Freehan is now approaching the plate. The freewheeling Gibson pitches, and Freehan fans. It's the 18th strikeout of the game, and that ties the All-Star game record for both clubs. Don Mincher is batting for Gary Peters, who pitched 3 perfect innings for the American League and fanned 4. Gibson delivers to Mincher, and the big angel first sector loops a single into left center field. Catcher Tom Haller talks briefly with Gibson. Tommy Agee is on first after going in to run for Mincher. It's a bunting situation for the American League, and Fregosi lays one down. Gibson, a Gold Glove winner in the last 2 years, is the league's best fielding pitcher, crosses the foul line to throw to first base. It's unusual, but a beautifully executed play. Al Downing of the Yankees is the American League pitcher in the 9th inning. Clemente's at bat with 1 out, and Jimmy Wynn of Houston is on second base. Downing, top Yankee winner this season and the American League strikeout champion 3 years ago, fires his fast one, and once again Clemente fans. This time it was on a letter-high inside pitch.
Hey, Dad, what are you doing up?
Reliving your mother's stuffed peppers.
It's the 5th All-Star game to go extra innings. Orlando Cepeda leads off in the 10th with Downing still the American League pitcher. The Yankee hurler gets his sign, pitches, and Cepeda drives the ball to deep right center where Conigliaro makes a spectacular catch. Let's have another look at that play. Cepeda, the baby bull leading the pennant charge for the Cardinals, gets his muscle into a long drive, but Conigliaro grabs the ball with an over-the-shoulder catch while on the dead run near the bleachers in right center field. The score remains at 1-1. Carl Yastrzemski steps to the plate. And Chris Short hands out a walk on 4 pitches. It's the first pass issued in the game. Bill Freehand, the Detroit catcher, lays down a perfect bunt near the first baseline. Yastrzemski's on second with the tying run. And Coach Eddie Stanky yells for action with Max Alvis of the Cleveland Indians coming in to pinch hit for Al Downing. Chris Short, now in a jam, pitches to Alvis, who smashes the ball to Gene Alley. Yastrzemski has headed for third and is trapped when Alley throws to Tony Perez. In the rundown, he's tagged out by Bill Mazeroski. That eases the pressure on Short, and McCarver talks with him. Jim Fregosi is the next batter. And the Angel shortstop fans on an outside pitch. As the game goes into the 11th inning, Freehand huddles with the new American League pitcher, Jim Hunter of Kansas City. Gene Alley, first to face Hunter, takes a third strike. Rusty Staub of the Houston Astros, one of the league's leading hitters this year, bats for Short. And Rusty, with a smooth stroke, drives a single to left center field. Roberto Clemente is now at bat with Staub on second base and 2 out. Clemente takes a strike on a curveball. Hunter fires again, and Clemente fans for the 4th time. In the bottom of the 11th, Mike Cuellar of Houston warms up for the National League. Robinson, who homered in the 6th, takes a third strike. Tony Oliva steps to the plate with 2 out. Cuellar, the Astro lefty, pitches and Oliva misses. There goes the bat, and Cuellar has to skip rope. Herman Franks is in the coaching box as Tim McCarver leads off in the 13th inning. Jim Hunter pitches, and McCarver slices the ball down the left field line. Yastrzemski can't reach it, and the ball bounds away for a stand-up double for McCarver. The crowd is stirred by this new National League threat. McCarver is now on third after a sacrifice by Mazeroski. Jim Hunter gives it everything and fans Gene Alley, and McCarver is left stranded. Don Drysdale of the Los Angeles Dodgers comes in to pitch for the National League. And Big Don quickly retires the side. In the American League 14th inning, Tony Oliva reaches first base after singling with 1 out. Tony Perez goes over to talk with Drysdale. The ball game now is hanging on every pitch. Armin Killebrew, the murderous Minnesota slugger, takes a third strike on a low breaking pitch. As Canigliaro takes a pitch, Oliva breaks for second base, but Tim McCarver throws perfectly to Pete Rose, and he's out. Orlando Cepeda leads off for the National League in the 15th inning. Hunter pitches, and Cepeda gets good wood on the ball and drives it deep to right field. But Canigliaro is there and hauls it down near the wall. Freehan talks with Hunter, now pitching his 5th inning in this long contest. Tony Perez takes the first pitch, a curveball for a strike. Manager Alston watches from the dugout. On the second pitch, Hunter fires a fastball, and Perez rips into it for a long drive to left field. It's going, gone for a home run into the left field bleachers. Perez hit 17 homers the first half of the season for the Reds, and this one gives Tony an added big thrill. And now the National League leads 2-1. Tom Seaver, the Mets' 22-year-old rookie, is manager Alston's choice to protect the slim lead. Tony Canigliaro is the first batter Seaver faces. The young Red Sox star smashes the ball to left field, but it's no trouble for Hank Aaron as he moves over to grab it easily for the first out in the 15th inning. Seaver gets cautious with Yastrzemski and walks him. It's the 5th straight time he's been on base with 3 hits and 2 passes for the day's best offensive record. Gene Alley talks with Seaver. The American League now has the tying run aboard with Freehan ready to hit. Tom Seaver pitches to Freehan, and the Detroit catcher lifts a high fly to center that Willie Mays drifts under for an easy out. Yastrzemski is still on first base. The National League is only 1 out away from victory. McCarver and Cepeda try to keep Seaver relaxed, but he looks perfectly poised as Ken Berry of the White Sox steps up to bat for Hunter. Tom Seaver fires a fastball, and the White Sox outfielder fouls off the pitch. Seaver gathers his strength and rockets another pitch toward the plate. Berry misses for the 2nd strike. Tension is mounted sky high with everything now riding on each pitch. Ken is ready and waiting for the pitch. Here it comes, and Berry swings and misses for strike 3. McCarver rushes to congratulate Seaver. Then comes Cepeda, manager Alston, and the rest of the National Leaguers. For Tom Seaver, the Mets' young pitcher, it was a sensational wrap-up job. The 2-1 victory was the longest All-Star game ever played and the 5th straight win for the National League.